Oh, good evening, everybody. How's it going? We are here. Actually, like, properly on time for once. Crazy. I was actually ahead of time. Even crazier. OBS nearly tried to sabotage me though by resetting all my audio devices, but nipped that one in the bud before we got started. Oh, how is everyone doing? Just quickly get up. Practice. But fuck it, we're just gonna jump straight into practice against the old AI and see how that goes. Probably terribly. We shall see. Action control off. Gonna leave the brake part on here. I did crank it all the way down last week, but I don't think. One thing I do want to try though, however, is slapping on the mediums. See how that works out. It might not. It might do, but a small grid of 10 AI though here. Back here at Martinsville to open the evening. Oh, I'm not doing great off the line. So require a bit more deliberate braking than the previous tracks. Well, than Iowa, I guess. Previous track. Singular. Okay. Just needed to kind of get in the groove. And I think I got it. It's all about finding the way through the traffic. AI aren't incredibly great around here, so... Oh, he's just turned straight into me. Yeah, I love to see it. This is probably the flattest, I guess, barring Vallelunga, this is probably the flattest track we will be going to, I think, out of all of them. Oh, bit of a snap there. Oh, I've nudged. Fucking AC collision physics, god damn it. Putting AI in the initial warm-up was not a smart idea. Because I am not warmed up at all, but trial by fire, as they say. Stop. What difference it makes if I turn TC on. Riding that curb there when I shouldn't be. Really just tripping over the AI here. bit more rear rotation than I was expected. under braking. Because the tires get nowhere near as hot as they did last week. Just due to the fact that the cornering speeds are significantly slower. This is actually a shorter track, so the corner radius is tighter, but because you can't carry anywhere near as much speed through it. You do really... We're not putting as much strain on those tires, should I say. Especially those outer tires. Now, 7. Using like hardly any fuel. Let's put the hards on, see what difference that makes. A very different driving style needed here, though, than at Iowa. A bit too aggressive down the throttle. AI wants to just ride the curb all day long. I'll let him do that. Sweep through. Seeming like the hards might actually still be better here, actually. Not entirely sure. Have just done sporadic AI runs, but bit of a bump there on the exit. 4. You gotta be wary of. And key thing to note as well is that you really want to keep on this paler track. It's largely the same banking, I think, all the way around, but because it's you can kind of see it going into the corner. It's all the same all around, but because of the way the track is, going wide doesn't really give you any benefit. So you really, if you're going high, you still want to stick really close to the car ahead. Yes, Mattia's livery. I think my arm's tired of left turns before we even get into the race. Like that. As you can tell, overtaking is not easy. It's definitely possible, but it's not easy. You do have to kind of work for it. He's going to open up and just keep giving me that inside. Not going to help that I'm going to wheel spin like an idiot, though. little bit of frolicking around with the AI, I guess, but we can get some more, maybe a bit more meaningful lapping in. On my lonesome, just quickly before we go in. Yeah, feeling like the hard tires are probably still going to be the better choice. Actually gonna leave traction control on for the time being. Can always turn it off later. I don't know if changing the brake power will help. You know, no, we'll do a base run first. The fuel for the car. And we can fuck around with things. Remember, only 4-minute qualifying in this series, so really gotta make the most of the time you have. Alright, 96% grip, so down I'm gonna be beating the AI. Ghost. Well, not the AI, sorry, my Ghost. Oops. PC off definitely seems to be faster. Which already was the latest throttling back. I don't know if I really want to lower the brake power though. I think actually this is pretty good. Just mean I'd have to brake harder, but I want a lot of braking anyways. So I think I was largely getting faster each lap, yeah. Man, I sort of twitched. How long we got? Not very long. Okay. Yeah, look at how wide the turn looks when you look from this perspective, though. Track looks so wide. It really doesn't feel it when you're driving it, though. Feels very narrow, but you see here. You could easily fit like 5 or 6 of these cars side by side along here. Even on the straights. But, in reality, it's just not really feasible to do that. You could try, but it'd probably end in complete disaster. Let's see, though, if the server is ready. I think it should be. If not, it should be pretty close. Online. Nothing to display. Okay. Refresh. The old content manager. Can't load data. Oh no. Why would you do that? But that isn't what I want to see. Just tell me it can't load the data. Alright. Cannot retrieve list of servers. Oh dear. Okay, seems like it's working now. There we go. I haven't got the server information yet though. There we go. Cool, we're good. It worked. It was throwing a bit of a silly there on me. Nice to see the turnout this week compared to last. Throw that out. You can see a few more people willing to take up the challenge. You know, I'm gonna stick the mediums on and do a couple laps and see if we get. It's just practice, so it's whatever. I think there's like a 22.5 was my best. It's minus 43 seconds. You'll love to see it. Pretty much on par with the hard tire lap time I set earlier. Ooh, bit of a slide. However, obviously, as you can tell, they're getting kind of slippery already. Temperamental compound. Not really worth it. Not even for qualifying, I don't think. It worked in qualifying last week, but I think here you just burn them up too quick. Interesting to see what others choose. Jumping out the way, I think he is. Bit deep in there myself. Of course, trust Miko to come in with the fastest time. However, the track is gripping up, so. Oh yeah, I'm up quite a bit, even though I kind of fumbled that lap time. This track is really dependent on track grip. Sometimes absolutely crashing with the track improving. Almost 10th. Holy shit. First top 5, I think, is really going to throw a spanner in the works up here, though. Squeeze through here. Nope, that's a solid wall. Because, yeah, it's not going to be easy to get through the field, so... Gonna immediately launch into qualifying. Burn some rubber. That we're qualifying on the hards, we don't really need to worry as much, you don't think, about the tire temperatures. Seems to beat me out, huh? Already quite far down. I think that curb straight kind of threw me off. Ooh, wheel spin. That definitely threw me off. If I jump back to pits though, maybe tires might actually help here. Let's see. I don't think the mediums will, of course, but just a more up the temperature set of tires. Something a bit different here as well. It's actually slower. Oh no! Do that away. Maybe my chances at another run. Oh, as Miko snipes me, I was actually faster then. We gotta go for it though. I think this killed front end though, it might not help. Yeah, I don't think it is. Shit. A little back through the final corner. No, I can't. No. Oh, it's just a little bit too wide there. That Really buckled the front end. It's really close as well. Yeah, point. Oh, only just. It's gonna come all down to the start then. All down to the start. Well, I'm not starting in a great spot either. But we'll see how this goes. Gotta like... Well, it's like inverse Max Verstappen starting here. I don't really know how I'm gonna work this. But, gotta try. Get my hand ready on that gear change. It's a terrible start. Oh, I'm in the even worse start. In the wall again. Need to stop doing that. Try and nail that exit on Phil. Keep touching that fucking wall though. It's not doing me any favors. Oh, I nearly went to the back of him then. Oh, I'm still sliding. Jesus Christ. Phil is running quick enough laps to be steadily closing in Miko. He did allow him to get away though a little bit at the start. Wonder if I could be faster in clean air. I think I could. Like bungled qualifying like a moron. Basically everyone went for the hard tires in the end. It's definitely pulling away a little bit, which isn't good. Leave it a bit there. He's definitely wavering more now. Oh, big wobble. Not good. Down that pressure though. You're running really consistent lap times. Been a 10th pretty much every lap. We got a nice runaway there, holy shit. It's got a bit wide through 3 and 4. Brings him back in a bit. Wheels spin all over the place. But I held reasonable speed still through there. I need to try and find a way past though. I definitely have the speed to take him. So I'm not really making these openings that I'm not really able to get the opening I need. Make it happen though. Still got almost 6 minutes on the clock. Actually, I'm going to be catching a lap car, I think, which will be a bit of a spanner in the works. How exactly? We'll have to wait and see, but will definitely complicate things a little bit. Get this. I know I can. A bit of a short shift. Rip. Back gear change. Bit deep there, but it kind of work. Yeah, it's not really working actually. I killed a lot of speed. Really wide there as well. That could have been the opening. Missed it. Threw it away. Trying something different. lap traffic is closing up. Falling back up to its rear end. Oh, that wasn't great on the exit, but a bit too wide. Good lap traffic time though. Far back though. Kind of help up the inside there, which is a problem because that was the line I wanted. But it is what it is. It's the luck of the draw. Laps to go. This really has ebbed and flowed quite a lot. But I haven't really quite been able to get that run I need to make the move. Oh, it's nearly the one. It could still be the one, maybe. Nope. Started off pretty well. It's got me covered up really good at the moment. Final lap. A wheel spin? No. Okay, well, I have to settle for third. However, this does mean I will start the next race in third, which does mean inside. Which could be beneficial, then get a good start. Hopefully, not touch wall this time. That fucked me last time. Two laps. Okay, here we go. Race 2. Everything should be good. We're a little ways back, but that out the line really did compromise me last time. No! Oh, bollocks. That's... Oh, dear. Oh, no, I'm gonna get lapped, aren't I? Go, 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 go. No, I'm gonna get lapped. God damn it, man. Just too eager on that launch. Killed me. Definitely put a massive blight on my efforts. Well, let's see what we can do. Probably not a lot, but gotta try. Defeated at Martinsville through my own idiocy. Is there anything to blame here, really? Oh, God. Yeah, Eunice gonna let me go? Ooh, wobbling. Hey, Virgilia, how's it going? You've come to watch me royally fuck everything up. I got in my... I would say alright, but got in my own head and everything is ruined now. So, about as good as I can be considering that. Oh man, it's just embarrassing. Motoring on T1. That was a racing incident. These were all just like self-inflicted idiocies. I mean, I haven't jumped the start in so long. And yet, I choose to do it on a race where I could have won. They played my cards right. Not to mention, I started fucking up all the way back in qualifying. Teleported back to the... Yep, teleported back to the pits. And of course here, because the laps are so short, that meant I lost everything. Well, I've gone a lap down, and it's basically impossible for me to gain that lap back. Unless everyone here was really bad, or they got into a huge crash, which likely isn't going to happen. People here are too good and too disciplined to let that happen, so... Yeah. I was hoping I could maybe just get out just in time. I wish we were going the full 250 miles, then I might have been able to actually do something with my jump start, but no, it's only 2 12-minute races. Got a 3rd place in the first one, but realistically should have been more. I crashed in qualifying, then made a crap start. I say crashed in qualifying. I grazed the wall, but that was enough to absolutely ruin the run. But likely would have secured me pole. Oh, I grazed the wall again here. Now I'm here to just ruin everyone's race. Because everyone get in the way of the others. Well, yeah, it's impossible here. I mean, at least I have the speed that I could do it with. I could do it and it'd probably be okay. I am the fastest car on track, which is the extra kick in the teeth. You know, I'd be less mad if I was, like, last and this happened. But given that I am not by a massive margin, but I am quicker than everyone else. Oh, that was me not paying attention. Doesn't really matter, though. Basically just trying to keep up so that, you know, in the event someone gets really unlucky, even more unlucky, and, well, I wouldn't say mine was unlucky, mine was just stupidity. Just trying to hang on in there and hope that maybe through others' mistakes and issues, I can maybe pick up a place or two. And simulate as you go, nice shot, yeah. Trying to shave off some of this lump. Now, there's a bit of a nasty bump on the transition out of the banking there. Can really catch you out if you're not paying attention. Ugh. Has fallen pretty far off the field, so maybe I'll pick him off. Still gotta try and get past him. I don't think he's just gonna lie down and let me have it. But if he's gonna do that, he might as well. Make sure I'm not gonna crash into the back of him. Oh my god, my rears. Oh. Terrible run out of there, but I couldn't really profit on it. Out there. He was way slow. If I went any harder, I would have just run out. He would have run me over, which wouldn't have ended well for either of us. I think I'm putting a lot of pressure on him. Oh, he's gonna let me take it. Okay. Well, he's going on the outside lane for overtaking. It can work here, I think, but the inside line is just faster, so I feel like you gotta really nail it if you want to get a pass done on the outside. Yeah, like, I think if someone sends it up on your inside, then I think you can carry it around the outside still. But, yeah. Besides that, inside line is generally the better place to be, I think. Don't think I'm going to catch those two unless they take each other out, though. Maybe I might have sabotaged Robert's race a bit there, but oh well. Those two are getting pretty feisty. This is racing Mr. Yannick on WSS. Oh, okay. How'd it go? Ooh, a little bit of a lock up there. Oh, ABS lock up, so it didn't lock up, but straightened me out. Last lap. Horrible guy put like 1 second per minute. Oh no. How many cars were there? And I guess what were you even racing? That's another good question. Pretty modern cars. Okay. Oh, 1906 Renault. Okay, yeah. You're very modern. Very modern. Oh, man. I don't think I've collectively fumbled a race so comprehensively before. My failure here tonight should be studied. Let's see. How big of a jump was it? Oh wow, Robert started on pole and he'd sunk through the order. Oof, he was struggling. Yeah, I tried to launch too quickly. Okay. The lights have come on. The lights chimed up really quickly from 1 to 6. Let's see how much. See, I just popped. Oh, that was still like a second almost. I was just trying too hard to get a good start. I knew the start meant pretty much everything. And I pretty much had to try and nail Mattia into turn 1. Otherwise I would have basically not gotten past him. And well, I didn't do that, as you could tell. I was praying that the time would run out before they caught me. And I could just run away instead of being lapped, but no. Lap time too short. Even with the extra run of having to do 3 and 4 before starting. See what happened with Roberto, because he did sink. Just had a bit of an unfortunate run. It's definitely one of those kind of things, though. Well, like, Oval Race is definitely one of those things. I think a lot of people scoff off until they actually try it. They're like, wow, this is like, how could this be hard? It's so easy. And then they try it, and then like, oh wow, this is actually like really hard. Oh yeah, but Tia's livery is great. Yeah, the old Amish state. He was right up against the wall there. Yeah, I remember there was a guy I knew in like a different community who like absolutely just like said like Oval Racing was like complete rubbish and that like was boring and stuff, and then he actually tried it and he was like, oh my god. It's actually kind of fun and it's also really hard, and I was like, yep. You know, oh, he gets really deep. I think, yeah, it's gonna land Mattia through, isn't it? Yeah, not quite. Not quite. But he's probably gonna get him under braking. No, he just better traction on the exit. Ribera to lift. Oh, actually. But you can see, like, he can kind of hold it around the outside. But yeah, he washed up too high there, yeah. And of course, Miko follows through. So that's gonna be likely 2 spots missed. Yeah. Braking way sooner. Where was he braking? I'd say that's fine. Where am I? And where was I braking? I was braking like here. I don't know if this was a good lap even, but I was braking like there. There's Ribera. Yeah, I say he's braking at a fine enough point. It's just that, like, you need to... Because of how long the corners are, you kind of want to really, like, hug. You want to really, like, shoot the car into the inside and then kind of roll it through the apex. Ooh. Yari and Phil were going at it the whole time. Oh my god. Where does Yari get the opening on Phil? Ooh, there. Ooh, I think they touched a little bit. You know, honestly, being behind Phil in race 1, the temptation to go for a bump and run was unreal. But I knew this was AC, so if I tried it, I would have just murdered him, and that wouldn't have been any fun. My right biceps was crying near the end, yeah. Yeah, could you imagine if I'd set these races to be 20 minutes consistent of doing that? That's why I put it to two 12s. So it's a bit of it's a bit of a reprieve in between. Offset your wheel. It's a shame that's not a setting in the shortest endurance race. Yeah. The shame that's not a setting. I think only iRacing I've seen has the setting to offset the wheel. Which is like so handy. Because you basically then just end up turning like right down the straights and then you just straighten up the wheel for the corners. I mean, here you'd probably still go beyond a bit because you're turning quite a lot, but like, I remember when I did it for like Indy. When I did the Indy 500, you were literally just straightening the wheel into the corners, and the car would just turn. And then you were just holding it at a slight right during the straights. Which is so much easier than having to, like, fight the sort of, the car through the turn. Let's see where there's... Ooh, looks like Robert got spooked into going high there. Super speed reaction without offset wheels is just insanely difficult. Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad. But it does wear down on you more, that's for sure. Especially in older cars where the steering's heavier. Like, you look at, like, some of the old, like, 80s NASCARs and the likes, they're proper cranking the steering wheel through the turns to get that thing to turn. At, like, Daytona and Talladega, because they're pushing, like, 200 mile an hour through the corners for a car that just really doesn't want to do it. I missed that. Rebecca got jumped by Yari. Don't know about you, but I like to run my 4C back as strong as I can. I like it pretty firm too. Oh, Yari must have. Yeah, he's. Oh, Rebecca got a wobble and went way wide. Ooh, then a snap on that bump on the exit. Yeah, it really sunk him. I put him to the back. Ooh, then he spooked himself. Yeah, I like to run a pretty firm wheel too, but I don't know about you, but I'm on a Logitech, so my maximum output is like 2 Newton meters anyways. Which, admittedly, if it's consistently, like, pulling on you, that does still weigh you down over time, yeah, I'd imagine if you have, like, a DD or whatever, probably quite a bit more. A peak 6... Well, that's nearly triple what I have, so... A funny story, actually, or not really a story, but a funny little fact is that, like, you know, like, some people use, like, a direct drive wheel, and then they like, have to go back to they go back to either their normal wheel or the direct drive brakes, and they have to go back to, like, a standard wheel. And they talk about, like, just how much, like, different it feels. I'm actually getting that with my road car at the moment. Like, the road feeling I get through that thing is actually really good, because it doesn't have power steering. Also, it weighs like nothing. It's a feather on wheels, pretty much. So it's like, I can move the steering wheel with, like, a finger, but, like, you feel basically everything through the wheel as well. Yeah, when I switched from G27 to this, it was a huge jump feeling ready. Yeah, I can imagine. DD, yeah, DD is another story. Yeah, I didn't really think that you could get it for a road car, but here I am. I just don't have the space for a DD setup, so that's kind of the problem. More than the cost or anything. Especially DD is a lot more affordable nowadays. But I just don't have any space to put a rig. I'd rather not snap my desk in half, so at least you're really close. It feels really quick. In hindsight, these cars maybe weren't the best mix for this track. Ooh, Phil got really wide there. Like, you could easily do worse. But I feel like this car maybe lacked power a bit. Needed something that was a little bit more hairy to control. To really put more... Like, it was too easy to be consistent. That's kind of what I'm saying. You know, it wasn't like you barrel into the corner and you'd completely blow it. If you were gonna blow it, you're only gonna blow it by a slight margin. So I kind of wish we had a bit more power. I feel like that would have made the racing here a bit better. Iowa last week, it was fine, because the track was wide enough, but at a track like this, where you really want to, like, we really want to profit off of people making mistakes and push people into making mistakes. It's maybe a little too easy to keep the car going the way you wanted it to. I say that ironically as I fumbled everything, but it's a different story. It seems like the front feel really close as well. But yeah, I feel like if you caught up to a car that was relatively close on pace to you, it was pretty much impossible to pass. Unless they made a pretty big error, but, you know, people here were too consistent. Which, you know, really kind of sullied my chances of really making any ground up after going a lap down. Especially with AC quirky contact physics, yeah. But I mean, like I said, at Iowa last week with the steeper banking, because you could play a lot more of how you could take more lines through the corner, basically, and you could play of how you rolled off the corner differently, and that would open up more options to you. But here it really was like it's pretty much single groove. You're either in it or you're out it. Bring up the results though for that. And we can take a look at those. I don't know where we're at next week. I almost want to say Bristol, which would be interesting. That might be one of the hardest, because that will absolutely fry the tires. It's also really small and narrow, but I've been wanting to run Bristol for ages, so this is my perfect opportunity. I only got one incident point. I hit the wall quite a few times in race 1. Yeah, Miko took the win. Phil second, myself third. Fastest lap, I think? Yeah, fastest lap. To walk on Bristol's banking one day. I don't know if you could. Mattia 4th, Robert 5th. Yeah, basically no overtakes, really. Phil jumped me at the start, and that was pretty much it. In race 1. Yuna and Yai might have had it coming together. Unfortunately, I don't have the replay for race 1, so I can't check that. Race 2. Bit more action here. Obviously, Robert sunk, unfortunately. Nothing much between the front two, but obviously Yari and Phil had a bit of a battle. You just have to send it so inertia compensates the banking, yeah. But yeah, me languishing in defeat through my own stupidity. Overall points, I'm still leading. I'll take it. Of course, it's a bit spread because we've got a bunch of new people in from this week. Actually, this is a great time. Ooh, next week is Bristol. That's going to be fun. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a few bonks there. Especially against the wall. It's all... well, we got Vallelunga Club, which isn't an oval, but it's not far off. I thought I'd throw one road course-ish track in to mix it up. It's also right-hand turning, so that throws things up a bit as well. But yeah, it's mostly short. It's basically all short ovals, but Mountain Peak at the end is an intermediate because it's bootleg Charlotte, so give people a bit of open full flat action at the end to add a bit of pizzazz. But yeah, Bristol, that's going to be interesting. Ashenville is an old oval, which is quite narrow. So that one's going to be interesting also. But it's got a good bit of banking. But it is very narrow. And then Vallelunga Club, obviously right turning, sort of road course. Well, it is a road course. And then Mountain Peak. So, yeah, I'm surprised though. I guess, yeah. Mattia, or the sweep at Iowa kind of helped carry me there a bit. But I guess a question I kind of want to throw out, given that we got a bunch of people here, as I get the Ferrari ready. So one idea, I'm really not sure on how to do this, but one idea I've kind of had for a while. Can we just do Destruction Derbies next 2 weeks? They might turn out that way. They might turn out that way. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I hope they won't, but they could. They are pretty interesting tracks for driving on. But yeah, so turn the music down a bit more because it's a bit loud in the way of my thinking. Can't even spell Riverside. Holy shit. Yeah. So, right, on to the actual point. One thing I've been thinking about for a very long time. Like, it's kind of been an idea I've had on and off, but I've never really had a clue how to do it. So I've never done it. But one thing I've always been kind of interested to try and do is to try and do some kind of SRS All-Star format, if that makes any sense. I don't know if other racing series do it, but I know it's something NASCAR does each year. Where you basically take the, like, they take the winners and the champions from, or the winner and the champion from the previous season, and they get lotted into a race. There's also an open race where the entire rest of the field can qualify for, like, the remaining handful of spots. But basically, yeah, it's a race between all the winners, and then the winner of that race wins, like, wins a lot of money. I don't have $1 million to throw around, but I consider North Wilkesboro. You know, I honestly forgot there was a North Wilkesboro mod, to be honest. Yeah, IROC, yeah, it's... I guess, yes, something kind of akin to that, but kind of more, I guess, inspired by the NASCAR All-Star race. So, like, we take, like, the kind of... top performers from each season, and you'd throw them in a race against each other, like a one-off race. Maybe like a separate race as well for the people who don't automatically qualify, to try and qualify, and just like winner takes all sort of thing. Again, no fucking clue how we'd do that, and I feel like that could be a fun thing to do at least once. But again, I really don't know. Obviously, I have, like, my own platform for doing... Well, not my own platform, but I have my own sort of server stuff to do to, like, self-host it. But, you know, obviously, if it was to be SRS tied, then I would kinda... It'd be kinda nice to have it be tied in with SRS in some way, but I don't really know how we do that. I mean, I know... That being said, I do know that in the past, Enrique did do... He did put together sort of like a special one-off endurance race for the GT Panama and like Hi Hee Racing guys. I don't know how you pronounce it. They did like it's like a 2-hour 40-minute race around like around Sebring and some Daytona prototypes. And that was just kind of like a one-off, like, separate thing, so... It wasn't tied. It was like its own sort of little series. He does seem to be quite busy at the moment, though, so I'm not sure whether or not that would work out, but I don't know. People would be interested in such a thing, then. Maybe I could pursue it. I don't know. My brain comes up with, like, ideas at, like, the crazy rate, but... all kinds of stupid ideas, but 99% of them I never end up doing. Like little Ski was making in his track making tutorials. I haven't actually seen his track making tutorials, but wouldn't surprise me if he had a part in making North Wilkesboro. Kinda kicking myself now that you've reminded me about that, though, because that would have been a perfect track to slot on the schedule. Because I put Vallelunga in because A, it's a bit different, and B, I wanted a replacement for Phoenix. Because I don't know, I just didn't really feel like Phoenix would have worked out particularly well. But now it's like, oh yeah, I've missed North Wilkesboro. Shit. There was a gateway mod, but I tried it and I wasn't really clicking with it. I didn't take too much of a chance at it, though, admittedly. Yeah, I don't know, maybe in terms of, like, to try and drum up some support for the All-Star idea, maybe I need to sit down and actually, like, I think it's one of those things that's a bit more elaborate, so I'd have to actually, like, sit and put my thoughts down properly into something. Yeah, it's like, it's all fine and dandy. I think the server is up, actually, though. It just hasn't pinged. It should be. It's all fine and dandy me blutting these things on stream, but, I do feel like some things need a little more explaining to get people fully invested into the idea, or people to understand the idea on the sort of same wavelength as I am.
Your skin is okay.
Thank you very much.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry on.
I was feeling pretty good with the Magello setup, so I think we're just going to keep that, to be honest. I didn't really overwhelmingly feel like anything needed to be changed. So, should be fine. Not sure if Lilski ever finished, or if he published the mod and he was just showing off the LiDAR data. Oh, okay. Not actually. I've made it into the server, but I'm gonna put you on board with, say, old Mr. Yannick, I guess, for a little bit, so I'm gonna quickly go and shoot to the bathroom. So, 2 seconds. Okay, we're good. We are back. You know what? Actually, before we go into qualifying, I'm actually going to throw a poll in. Completely different question to what I was asking earlier. But another idea I was thinking of. Always guaranteed, yes, always. There we go. Bit of sauce for you. Sit up. I mean, yeah, I do like collecting the data, but I mean, when I'm doing, I feel like it's the right thing to do when doing these community. Oh dear. When doing these sort of community-based things, because I could come up with whatever fever dreams I like. But there's literally no point in me coming up with some fever dream series idea if literally nobody is going to want to do it. So, like, it has to be like a two-way street sort of thing, you know. And so, it's good to get the community involved. I mean, even like just sitting here watching these live streams, you know, it's also a two-way street, you know. I gotta put out something that you lot want to watch, whilst I sit back and do my thing. Because while I could talk to a blank screen for hours on end, if I had the topics and the energy to, you know, if nobody's watching, again, there isn't a lot of point. So, it's, yeah, it's good to throw surveys out. And if people are sick of my polls and forms and whatnot, then I think that means I'm doing a good job. As in, giving people quick and easy ways to give, like, aggregatable feedback is always nice, but I do like it when we can have, like, discussions on things as well, but I know a lot of people typically don't. They just throw down an answer and they're like, yep, that'll do. Yeah, I have thought for a little bit as well about maybe trying to do, like, a longer series. Like, it'd probably be, like, it wouldn't be, like, a constant thing, I don't think. Especially as we roll into the summer months, but like, you know, maybe every now and then to mix things up a bit. I mean, obviously this first one, if people do want to do one, would be kind of just testing the waters, seeing how it goes in practice. But I do remember in the past doing some longer races, and, you know, obviously, well, basically all the racing I do now in sim racing is just sprint racing. Because I do these races on I do the races on a Monday with Donnie, I do these races on a Tuesday, and I join in with some lads for some R-Factor 2 on Thursdays. And I enjoy doing all of them, but they're all really short, snappy races. And while it makes sense, because they usually just work, and they're quite easy to pick up and get into, you know, sometimes it is fun to do It's fun to do longer races. And have a bit more strategy and game plans in them than just trying to drive as fast as you can for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, the 1 hour, the 1 hour on the weekend series, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I never really got a chance to do any of those though, because I was pretty much always doing other things on the weekend. Kind of kept me away from doing them. But yeah, it was pretty nice idea. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'd probably still do the 2 races as well, but I think maybe I'd shrink the first race down to, like, I don't know, only 15 minutes or something. You know, short qualifying, like 6 minutes or so, then 15-minute race. Just to give people time to prepare if they want to do both, aka me. You know, it wouldn't be like, you know, the people are without a shorter race on a Tuesday if they wanted one. I have no idea what kind of content we pick, but that's you know, obviously I'm gonna pick different cars and tracks if I'm thinking of a 1 hour race with a pit stop compared to, or maybe even multiple pit stops, who knows, compared to a 20-minute race where you want to make sure the car can make it all the way without really much problem. Of course, the 2CV having to pit was just funny, so... I do try, like, I do try and get, like, a little bit... I try and sometimes try and put together things where there is a little bit of strategic variation, even in a 20-minute sprint race, in terms of, like, tire choices and whatnot, but it's hard to do that in a sprint format, obviously. Seem to be vaguely slow. Oh dear. That's still gonna help me. Get back around though, I can start another lap. Yeah, it did say he was running TC1. I'm curious how that feels. I usually like less... Well, I usually like to have more control over my cars. So I usually run... I know people usually say TC1 is like meta, but I usually don't run it because I'm an idiot. But I guess given the way AC is, it probably makes sense. Slide. Let's see what I can do. Oh, but me count is like right behind. It's not really ideal. Oh, okay, now he backed out. We're good. They thought he was catching up to me. He's like, oh fuck no. I mean, if you've got any suggestions that you'd maybe like to see if we did do longer races, then feel free to, like, what sort of like car like combos you'd like to see, then do feel free to throw them in. Like I said, I don't really have much of a clue at the moment as to what I'd go for. So now's your chance to plant ideas in my mind. Oh no. Okay. Didn't lose out as much as I could have, but still lost out there. Big over rotation. Nice. There we go. Mediums. And actually see, does I have enough fuel? Not quite. Need a little bit more. And more than enough. Good. Jeez, I'm like a second off. Oh, there's a big jump between me and the guys ahead and being the guys. I'm like a wall between the normal people and the fast people. Oh, that's quite funny, actually. See how that ends up. Here we go. So much traction control, holy cow. Let's put that to level 2. Yeah, right. I forgot that Miko and Mattia didn't do any runs. Harassing Rob through here. I'm gonna have to back out because there just isn't enough space for the two of us. A whole bit of a stack up there. Was kind of expecting that, to be honest. Ooh, I've outdone myself on the braking. I robbed through. Not that far away though. Slipstream. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do a lot with it though. Coax him into making a mistake, but didn't really work out too well. Oh, gotta avoid stepping out that rear end on the exit though. The other flags up ahead, but I think that was just someone eating a little too much sand. Like I just did there. Behind me, it's Miko. Rob's gone really deep. He went off. That's me up into 4th place. Doesn't want to stop though. Need to remember that the brakes on this thing are not good. Oh, Michał went deep. He's lost the place. Oh, he's touched with... Oh, no, they've touched. Hits it through the middle. I didn't see Jim in his mirrors there. Which means I have even more fast cars behind me. Gotta be careful. Oh, that's not very careful. Oh. Spot. Cashing a bit of slipstream here on Jim. Jim's gonna break away. Get it on Rob. Yeah, ironically, despite it being like a sort of banked corner, I've always struggled with Riverside's final turn. At least I feel like I struggle. I don't know how I actually am compared to others. It does wildly vary from car to car. Because I guess, like an oval, it's very setup dependent. Well, Jim's gone way too deep. I'm sliding all over the road here. It's basically just how much this car moves around. You'd think, oh, it's a rich man's, like, track toy. It's gonna be, like, understeery as shit. And be really safe all the time, but nope. This thing goes. Eating too much sand through there. Oh, hit the limiter there. Well, downshift protection, that nearly killed me. Oh, now Rob's done. Go deep on the braking. It spooked me a bit there. Oh, he's carrying me way up the corner. Oh. We both went way up the road. Trying to nail that power down on the exit. Didn't quite. Let's hold that line though, make sure that he doesn't get a chance to try and make a move. Roll down to get that rotation. Oh, he was up by inside there. I shat my pants. I think he probably did too. Oh, this corner is lethal though. I'm on the dirt. Be a little cheeky on the run out of there. Try and recatch my car and get the traction down, but it seemed to work. Open up that wing to get a bit more rotation. Oh, I think I got that quite nice on the exit. I did. That worked out quite nicely. Breaking a little bit of a gap here. Oh, I'm in the wall. That's okay, I actually still run faster. God, there's still over 10 minutes in this race left. Oh my god. Rob is coming back with a vengeance. It is a very tight group behind. Doing one mistake and I lose like 4 places. We hit the dirty air. I'm gonna hit the wall again. Oh no, we're good, we're good, we're good. Didn't hit the wall. That dirty air catch really helped me there, though. It's throwing him into the clutches of Jim. I've actually been really enjoying this car so far. Oh. Like, unironic sleeper hit in AC. It's a bit long on the brake pedal, but... Someone's died, I think. I don't know who. Oh, it's Yari. Oh, Rob got a bit wide there. But, a rare example of a modern car that you do have to chase around a bit. Otherwise it will just run away from you. Oh. Surprised Matthias like all the way back there still. Would have thought he would have made a bit more of a impression through the field. I guess not. However, third place is becoming more open now after Yari made that blunder. Them two are still definitely faster, but they're gonna start fighting. Which could lead to some interesting stuff. Jim has jumped Rob though, and Jim was faster than Rob. So I might have my work cut out for me as well. It's got way high, but if he's gonna, yep, he's gonna try and cut back. He's gonna actually get a pretty good run out, I think, on Yari. Enough to make anything happen? I'm not sure. The Jim is beginning to lay down some lap times. Something I will need to be aware of. There's still 7 minutes left. Ooh. A bit wide there. I think Jim got in the dirt a little bit. Works in my favour. I'm ever so marginally up on my previous lap, apparently. Or my best lap, sorry, not previous. Jim is still faster. I lost like all of my gains. I was up nearly 3 temps. Lost it all. Oh, really fighting that snap on the exit though. Well, not really snap, but slide. Tires are holding out though. They should still to the end. That a little bit. Man, I must have gotten an amazing run out of there on my previous best lap. Or on my best, I'm sorry, not previous best. Okay, this is tracking to be my best. Just need to nail the final turn. Gonna be my best. 3 minutes to go. Crazy that those two ahead aren't really getting away. So crazy to know that basically if I just fix one corner, by not doing that, Or maybe by doing that? Well, hello. How the hell am I almost 2 temps up? I bled most of it because I did lose momentum, but I am still like a tenth and a little bit up on my best. Touching the dirt, getting a bit loosey-goosey. So that actually worked, somehow. Wow, it's a really nice run out, though. Tried to carry too much speed there. Oh. There's a really savage bump. Yeah, that's really throwing me off line. This is real life. My floor would have been absolutely gone, though. Actually pretty close, though. Trying to break the toe at ranges where he doesn't really need to, but I'm gonna let him do it because it helps me. Oh, that dirty air though. Going for this turn. Oh, just missed the wall. He's gone very wide. Let's slow him up. I'm gonna try something a bit different here. It didn't really work. Actually, no, that kind of did. It's such a better run out of there, though. Try and keep the car low so I can really avoid that dirty air. Oh. God. Oh, that was fun. Woo. Well, that was fun. That made up for the complete travesty and embarrassment of earlier. Oh dear, I don't want to do that. Oof. Seems like Yuna might not have been having a good time. Ooh. Man, I'm like sweaty after that though. Let me get the music back up. There you go. Hello, how's it going? Let's get the old replay up. No speeds on mediums, really? I ran the mediums throughout the... I ran mediums in... Or I ran softs in qualifying, but I ran the mediums through everything else and... Or through the race and... I don't find them too bad. This is where a pain. Held ninth like a pro. Yeah, that was good fun, yeah. Yeah, I shall direct your eyes quickly as we break down the start. Actually, got not too bad of a start. Still got a rocket start, though. Direct your eyes to the little pole at the top of the screen for maybe next season, maybe future seasons. I don't know, yet to decide, but I want to get an idea if we can play around with some longer races in the future. If that's something people would be interested in. Yeah, brakes weak with ABS, but without ABS killers, yeah. I think that's like the one Achilles heel of this car. Did everyone get through here fine? Oh, that was a bit of a... Ooh, that's unlucky. Yeah, you know it's just way too late on the brakes. He was brake. Oh no, that's Miko. Never mind, wrong person. Oh yeah, everyone had started braking by then. He was not ready. And then yeah, just snaked through, lost control. Big old wide berm. He let Mattia go. Miko's teammate. Gets close enough. I kept outbraking myself into here early on. It was not good. Got a nice little bit of slipstream, but couldn't really do anything with it. This car moved around a lot throughout this lap, though. Really had to wrangle it, keep it pointing the right way. You two seem to have a bit of a good scrapping going on. But just better run on the exit. Oh yeah, you got a bit wide. Carrying a nice chunk of speed. Oh, you got on the gravel a bit. Ooh, that was very close. But it worked. Oh. Yeah, there was that moment. Okay, I didn't realize that happened so soon. Guess he just didn't see him. Oof. Yeah, both kind of lost out there. Ooh. Can't buttons. It was great for me, though. 2 positions in one. But yeah. Oof. Let's see, you watch Yari too much. Yeah. Yeah, this corner is really long, so like people can really sneak up. Oh yeah. If I was looking, I wouldn't have been able to have seen that. Have a whoosh, there I go. Highest I'd ever be in this race. Knew it wasn't gonna last, but wasn't expecting it to last as short as it did, though. Just outbrake myself here again. I was like, uh-oh, I'm not stopping. Just had to concede with existing on the gravel. Oh, Rob got a bit wide on the dirt. Oh, nearly rode the bank. I saw Phil catching, so I tried to quickly get in the slipstream. Get any slipstream I could. Keep him at bay. It's corner before straight, very blind in the same colors, yeah. Had a really tight group going here, though. For most of the race, I think. VR could hardly see where the road is. Yeah, there are some blind turns here. It's quite flat at points. Yeah, it didn't help me there. eating sand. Yeah, this like sort of midfield pack from like fourth back through to oh yeah, Jim went really wide there, which is unlucky. So fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, fourth through to eighth. Yeah, we were really close for most of the race, I think. It wasn't until the end we started spreading out a bit more. Yeah, Rob kind of broke away here a bit. We sort of ebbed and flowed. Someone would take the lead and then everyone would catch back up. Rinse, repeat. I think here, I'm right on his gearbox. Not gearbox. I turned in, I realized he hadn't really started turning yet. I was like, uh-oh. I had to quickly turn out. Yeah, he spins when we fired, lost the gap to P4. Oof. Guess you haven't caught each other yet. Go back and look at that later. Oh yeah, Rob went quite deep in. The dirty air through this corner, if you were really close to him, was pretty aggressive though. I might have outbraked myself as well a bit, but it definitely felt like Rob was kind of dragging me up the corner with his aero. But it worked out and I got the position in the end, so... I think when I caught you at the end as well, I got pretty close behind and then... Oh yes, it was close, yeah. I got close behind and I just went straight up almost against the wall. Just kind of hit a wall of dirty air. Ooh, pretty close there. Yeah, that corner was very tight. But what's a bit of jeopardy here and there? You know what? Next, let's see. Nick hasn't gone Yari yet. It's back here, not really. Oh yeah, this is when I hit the wall. Surprisingly, still held good momentum from that. I lost a bit of... Actually, yeah, I really didn't lose any speed. Lost like a mile an hour for like a split second. I guess it's one of those things where it's just kind of a glancing scrape, but in AC it kind of just feels like it's more. Yeah, hardly a touch, yeah. I got lucky. I don't know why to look, because we're all really tight here. I guess I can go back and look at the lead later. Was this where I bungled the corner a bit? It might have been. One of these laps, right, it was a bit cheeky. Might have been this one, yeah, I was... Maybe not this one? No, one of these laps I remember I got a bit touchy, or a bit loose through that area. So I kind of held back a bit to try and just like hammer it onto the straight. Oh yeah, there you go, you can see the dirty air in action there. Rob's coming in and wash up. And that did put him right in the firing line of Jim. Didn't quite get him yet. Let's see, where did it happen? Oh, there we go. Yep. Just a little too eager on the exit, off into the dirt. just allowed them. Just jumped by Jim. Does he get passed by Phil as well? Ooh, he's going to try and cover, and it worked. Ooh. It nearly crashes into Jim, gets the dirty air, but still covers. Ooh. Bloody hell, Phil on the exit there. Look at that. Proper sideways. Ooh. Okay, maybe not that much, but it's pretty sideways. Wait, what happened to... See, what happened to Yari? He was leading still. And then he sort of tanked. Nico catching up. Nico spooks him with a dive up the inside. And here, Brave. But he challenges him back on the exit. Oh, but does he outbrake himself? Oh, he does. Oh, and he touches. Oh, that's unlucky. That is very unlucky. It's a little bump of the dirt. Spat him out. Bang. Hate to see it. Obviously that allowed Mihal to come sweeping through. Here we go, here's Rob on... Oh, wait, okay. Oh, this is back here. Okay. Yeah. Right. Didn't realize I'd gone that far back. You two had a bit of a jolly old scrap. Oh. We closed up real quick. He's got a better run on the exit. Actually, wait, what gear was he doing that in? I was going down to first for so long, then I realized on the final lap the second was actually probably better through there. Because first you just grind on the traction control. Which doesn't really help. It got past. Could he keep it? I actually started finding like a heap of speed in the final few laps though. I don't really know what it was. I think I just started getting the lines right. Trying to go quite deep and cut back. Which worked nicely. But it wasn't quite enough. Yeah, it's ran out of road. Wasn't gonna risk it on the outside, obviously. Just fair enough. We could really shut off, but then again, I guess the rest of the grid kind of fumbled a bit. Surprised how close I got at the end. Didn't think I was gonna catch you guys. This is with lottery just on rear bumper or front of car in front. See nothing where the road is. Need to get yourself a bit of a booster seat then. So you could see higher. Maybe like a little periscope on the top of the car. What's it like for me? I guess somewhat blind. Switch you the car in front. Well, it's the same camera view, so it doesn't really change anything. Yeah, you just got so much better run out of here than I did. Just couldn't quite get the grip down. I don't know if it was dirty air or what, but I just didn't get it down well enough. It's here. I get a bit dirty through here. You got pretty close here and then just whoop. No front end. Here, caught up to this group. What happened to you? You were way out of the runnings, it seemed, for most of this. Big pressure in final laps. Couldn't quite get it done, though. Oop. Where did it go wrong? I don't know what lap it was as well, though. But I absolutely slammed one of the curbs. If AC had 4 damage, I think I would have snapped the floor. Because it made an almighty, like, thump. It threw me offline. But, we tried to chastain the final turn. Oh, no. Went wrong. Yeah, it doesn't quite well work out in AC. Hey, China and Robert. Big wide, and then just... Oh. Yeah, it didn't work. Obviously, yeah, caught a bit of the dirty air. Up you go. Into the wall, and then you just tried throttling it. And... Yep. It looked like... Looking at it, it actually looks like the car... Like, if you look... Like a frame by frame, you'll see when you hit the wall... Yeah, you see the... The car actually sinks in a little bit. Hang on, not quite here. Wall magnets, yeah. See, there you go. Yeah, look. See, the car is kind of... Like, you're on a banked turn, but you see the car is actually sat level. It's actually kind of, like, sunk in a bit on this end. If I play it in, like, slow-mo, yeah. Maybe. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I think, yeah, no, yeah. You are right, that is netcode. Everyone is... Am I kind of leaning? Maybe it's just the car, actually. It does look like he's got a more aggressive lean than everyone else. I don't know. But yeah, AC with its sticky walls. That really threw you off. No, almost 0 incidents. I guess Miko would have got one in the start melee. In the first time into the hairpin. Trying to think where he would have gone one. Oh yeah. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, you did hit him a bit. Oof. Oh. Oh no. Oh, he went wide and then he outbraked himself. Oh. I think that was... Get right away from there. Could have been worse. You could have choked qualifying, failed to start, or failed to make a good start, and then jump the start. I don't know who could have done that. Not me, that's for sure. Totally not. SRS results. Cool. Yep. So Miko takes the win. 14.9. Wow. Over Yari in second. Finish 1-2. Mihao in third. Myself fourth. Jim fifth. Phil sixth. Rob 7th, Robert 8th, Mattia 9th, and Yuna in 10th. 2 incident points for the top 3, 1 for me. Me and Rob tied on the least. 2 for Jim, 4 for Phil, 3 for Robert, 5 for Mattia, and 6 for Yuna. So yep, nobody got through unscathed. What was my best lap time in the end? 15.8. Oh, that's actually not too bad. If you look at the lap, you'll see... Where am I? I was kind of in the 16, well, that's when I went off, outbreak myself. 17, 17, 17, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 3, 16, 3, 16, 0, 15, 5, 15, 9. And then I got close. That was a more battle-y kind of lap. But in the end, I just, like, yeah, I just kind of figured it out, I guess, and I just started chipping away the lap times. Of course, there were traffic on these other laps too, but I don't think I would have been... I feel like I was kind of in the mid-16s, so... Chiseled myself down into the 15th, so I'm pretty happy with that. Overall points, Miko takes the lead barely over Mihao. 3 points back. Yari in third. Me 4 points back off of him. Myself in fourth. With, what's that, 13 points back. That's a reasonably big gap already, but we'll see. And Jim in 5th. Tied with Robert in 6th. Both of them not too far off of me. Mattia, not too far off of those two either. And Rob not too far off of that either. So it's relatively close. I mean, obviously, still very early in the championship. Imola next week, so that'll be interesting. But yeah. Top 3 have kind of run away. Well, they've broken away a bit already, but the rest of us are pretty close. Only 10 points separates, what, 4th through to 8th in the championship? So that's not too bad. It's not too bad. That could easily change in, like, one race, so... But, despite embarrassing myself in the... BMWs, that was pretty fun. Pretty fun. Let me take a look at the old poll. If you haven't put your vote in, then quickly throw that in now. Just trying to gather some feedback as to whether or not people would be interested in seeing earlier races. Or not earlier races, sorry. I can't English. Longer races. So interested to get what you guys think. I'm not sure what content we would be using, but I mean, if you've got any suggestions for anything, then yeah, throw them in, and I'll consider them. But yeah, I definitely wanna start getting more feedback into these things. Still doing my crazy ideas, but making sure that the people actually want to do them first. But it might be fun to get some longer races back on SRS, at least for a season. I know summer is like just around the corner, so don't think it'd be something we'd want to be doing consistently. Maybe with the heat and stuff creeping in. But doing them every now and then might be good. breaks up the monotony a bit. Trying to be a bit more better prepared with the series in general as well, because it's kind of been a long period of time where I've just kind of been throwing them together last minute. So I've just kind of been throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. But, yeah, next week. What have we got next week? A preview. Monday, Masterclass in Donnie's and the Slowbro series. I've never driven that check before, so that could be interesting. I have been struggling like hell with that car, though, so I don't think I'm going to get anything good out of it, but we'll see. We'll see, this might be the track to turn my fortunes around. Bristol and the BMWs, that's going to be madness. We'll see. Bit of an experiment as well. See how Bristol goes. Yeah, Imola and the Ferraris, which should be fun. I mean, the Ferraris have been a pleasant surprise. I wasn't sure what to expect going in, but they have. I knew they were kind of fun, but they've actually turned out to be a lot more fun than I thought they would be. Which is definitely a win. But looking at the poll, seems like people are in favor of longer races, so that's good. Good. Definitely something I'll keep in mind. Votes across all of them, though, so obviously not going to be able to please everyone. But yeah, I'll think about it more. We've still got, what, 4 weeks? So I got time to think it through. Maybe throw some more questions out over the coming weeks. And see how things go. But yeah, I think for now, that's about it, really. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks for racing. Thanks for chatting. It's always good. And I will see you all next week. Adios.